let's get to work on this. I'm replacing all of these capacitors on here, but this is the next one in line. So earlier I replaced this one right here. And we can see we went from axial to radial. And I'm going to replace this one with this one. And you can see it's a lot bigger. So this is a really old machine. This is a from Sweden, I believe. LCD doesn't come on, and it's kind of a known problem where you have to replace all of the capacitors on this board. You can't buy this board to replace it. Yeah, this is like a machine that's been in someone's family for grandma had it, and then I guess the mom had it, and now the granddaughter, they want her to have it, but it doesn't work. Found my little solder sucker. It's just a spring-loaded piece of plastic, really, that when you push the button, it goes. That sucks up, makes a suction on the tip. I've put some solder on the tip of my soldering iron. Wow, that really sucked up quite a bit of solder. Let me see if I can show you guys what I just did. So it's this one right here. Ooh, how about that? Like professional setup. Ooh, man, that looks good. I like that. So it's this one right here. Put some more flux. You can never seem to have too much flux from what I can tell. I know, brother. All of us have imposter syndrome. We will never be as good as our mentors or those who have gone before us. In my case, that's my Uncle Cecil. Uncle Cecil was a self-taught engineer, but he designed so many things. He's not around with us anymore, but he worked for Sikorsky helicopter. He has all these patents on machines that before him, they used to have to use human riveters to rivet all these thousands of rivets on building a helicopter. And he designed a machine for them that would do the entire one side of a helicopter at one time, all the rivets. All right, so this is doing the same thing where there's still just enough solder that it won't come off. Heat it up while I pull on it, pull it out of here. Yep, not much, just a little, and it comes right out. I'm gonna do that again over here. And that worked as well. The arrow is going that way. So if I forget, you guys can remind me that the arrow is going towards the power supply chips over here. Because I have this little dude right here that is a capacitor checker, and it says test in progress. And let's just see what the capacitance is on this one. Okay, capacitance is 9.8 microfarads. You can see there all the data, hopefully. So his idea, he took the voltage mains from his house, the neutral and the hot, and then wire around the trunk of the tree so that as the squirrel would climb up the tree, it would touch the neutral first, and then when it reached up and it touched the hot, it would get shocked. And I don't know if it worked or not. It would work on me. Yeah, that was my uncle. He was an inventor. He had lots of patents. And then my aunt, she was quite the character too, man. Yow! Man, that does heat up fast. Let's try to suck this up. Let's try to suck this one out of the hole. Give us a little more room to work. She worked for J.C. Penney for years. I don't even know. I don't think J.C. Penney's around anymore. We always called it Jacques Penier, even though that's just being funny to try to make, because it's kind of like a every person store for clothing, apparel, and whatever. I went to the wrong hole. That's what she said. All right. We still haven't. Kind of pushed over. So it's a little bigger than the original, so it kind of wants to, there, that's flush. So now that this is in, let's do that. Y'all don't need to see me anyway. I'm big and ugly. As long as my wife likes me, I'm good. And guys, I have lost like 70 pounds, I think, since I moved to Colorado in 2016. So Yeah, I like that solder sucker better than the wick. So last time I used the braid, desoldering braid, and that worked. Solder sucker thing, I like it. I think I like it the best. All right, that looks pretty good. Put some more on the other one. So there we go. There's capacitor number 2. I've replaced this one, and now I've replaced this one. And looks like the solder came through the hole, so I don't need to do any on this side. This one didn't really get on this one on this side, so I think I'm going to put some more solder. I remember when I was a little kid, I called it solder. My dad called it solder, and then someone made fun of me for saying that, and they're like, no, it's solder. And I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, that looks good. So I started calling it solder. The American way is what I've found is solder is the American pronunciation, and solder is the two big ones to replace now. Arrow points towards the negative. Okay. Did that work? Almost. We definitely still have some solder there. Let me heat it up on this side so that when it does that, oh, my shakiness is. Oh, I got to push the thing down. I didn't spring load it. Let's see if I can hold on to something for dear life there. There we go. No, still need to suck some more. There's another piece of solder right there. This is not looking good. Come on. You know what? I'm going to put more solder on, and we're going to do the add solder to take away solder trick. I'll put a bunch of solder on here so we can just get the whole thing soldered up and then suck. Took too long. Suck. Hey, there we go. You know what? I think this is going to be a case of just heat it up and pull. There we go. Yep, that worked. I mean, I'm just going to try to stick that in there. Yeah, that sucked quite a bit. I was already having issues with, see, here's another problem. I forgot what I was talking about. And it fell out. Perfect. That was awesome. When I pushed the button, the capacitor just fell out the bottom or the top. There's kind of a gap on the board for this, so that it's going to go like right there. There we go. Now we have a hole. Let's do this one. Ooh, yeah, buddy. That one's left a hole. Everything's upside down now. So this one goes in right there. And it just, it does. If I push hard, it goes in. Blow this thing off because it was really dirty. Not the board, but all these parts, like in here, had just years and years of funk on them. Looks good to me. Flux on this side. That looks good. Pretty cool. All you gotta do is just touch it. It's like the solder knows where its home is. Don't you want to go home? This is your home.
Oh, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Stop, delete, rewind.
Nah, this is live.
That's not okay.
I know. It's not okay. I should not be over here watching that and not able to do anything. I think that's what I just did. It looks like it's pretty good to me. And right here. So I think that looks good. This big mamma jamma dude right here. 2200 microfarads. Uh-oh, this one says 470 microfarads. 470. Oh, that's a different one. That's this one, I think. This big one is this one. So I have two more to do. Yeah, because this one, 2200 microfarad. So this is the one. Okay, I thought I had one left, but it looks like I have two. This one and this one. It didn't look like it got hot enough. And let it melt. That might have worked. Those came out real nice. I didn't have it on camera, but those holes right here, right there. Yep, negative at the edge. Cool. Thank you. So, does it work at the end? That is my goal. So all that's left is this dude right here, this gold one. This one says positive, and so I'm just going to put the positive lead here. This one says negative, so I'm going to put the negative on here. You think this will work? I love that you can just stick them on any of these and it'll work. Test in progress. We'll see what happens. Hey, it says it's a capacitor and it says it's 9 picofarads. It sucked all the solder off this tip and now there's like no heat going from the solder tip to this joint. Okay, this one. All right, I'm not gonna do this without looking first. So this is how it came out in positive and looking at the back side of this in this current orientation. So should be around 470, 96 microfarads. Yeah, it is way out of spec. The cap in a different spot in my magnifier and it was super clear then. So yeah, man, 470 is what it's supposed to be. I can't remember what it said it measured at. So let's see what it measures at. 95 microfarads. So yeah, this is way out of spec. And there's leg 2. Oh boy, boy, boy. I sure hope this works. I really do. And then there's always the possibility of an exploding cap. That's never going to be fun. I've had that happen before. Nobody likes an exploding capacitor. Got this side. Now let's go to the other side. More fluxy flux. Yeah, that did pretty good through that hole. Snip. Snip. All right, there's all our snips. And now we're in that fun part where you just start putting it all back together. Put all the connections back where they were. This is orientation. This goes here. This goes this right here. And so I'm marked A and B. I put this tape on here. I'm marked A. This one's A. So I put this one's B. Wait. And there's this one goes in the back. Obviously, the other thing is the where doesn't matter. So where was on the back? Where's the somewhere? But where I'm sitting. Where'd it go? I need these tools. There's these tools on the keyboard. You can see it's right there. Yeah. What else do we have? We have this printing table right here. I need this one. This printing table right here. You get those right here. What is it? It says one. So we have one somewhere. Okay. This is like, I think I didn't have a brain wave so this is my tip from years of seeing smoke, making smoke come out, later stuff, like getting hard. This is my did. This is my for a long, long time. This part's going over. Right, this one goes down here. Which fortunately I melted it a little bit with my soldering iron. You can see right there, it's kind of melted a little and it won't let this in. So I'm gonna have to melt it back and this will be a good use for my hot air rework. You can just heat this plastic up. And kind of move it out of the way. And then you put this connector back in here. Just like that. That's how you do it. Like here's the screw for going over the transistors. You can put that on. Yeah, they use a T20. And this thing goes, it's like a spring of some kind. I've not checked to see whether it turns on yet. I haven't finished plugging all the cables in. It's because I kind of want all the cables in before I'm not going to put the whole case back together before I turn it on. But I do want everything that needs to be plugged in, plugged in. Screwing it down some. Actually, dagnabbit, I think I'm supposed to stick, yeah, I'm supposed to stick that. I'm supposed to put this under here. Pushed is an engineering term, right? So there's this ribbon cable that goes right there. So that comes out like that, goes through there like that, goes in. Okay. So that'll let me get access to the touch keys on the front. We have the power plugged in. Stand back. Oh, how beautiful is this? Look at that. There is what didn't come on before. There's the screen. We have a successful repair.